Oh my God. Whew. Okay, my babies, my beautiful kings and queens. I hope all is well. I want to start off by saying, remember when I was telling y'all in one of my little collective readings, community readings, I was basically telling you all, just a little snippet though, nothing too much, but I was basically telling y'all that I was going to put on my video up about personality decoder, and it's basically pretty much going to be in snippets, because I don't know too much about, using all these different apps and, adding one video to another video, and I don't know too much about that, let alone technology. I'm not that type of person, okay? I'm just getting hip to it. I know I'm young, but, I'm just getting hip to it. Anyway, not to get off the subject, I was telling y'all basically I was going to do personality decoder, and here I started off by just putting the basic definitions, terminologies of basically pretty much what we're going to be using. This information is basically going to be used for the whole personality decoder. Now, if you love math, this is for you. Even if you don't like math, I would say still get into this, because it's not really much about the numbers. It's more so the energy and the characteristics and the symbolism of what each number may mean for each specific section, implement, small indications, however you want to call it, because the word ain't damn popping up right now. So with that being said, and I just started off just, writing everything down, because I will be writing down other information as well. So that's why I definitely said this will be in snippets. So you're going to get like a part 1, a part 2, a part 3 on until I finish, because this is a lot of information not to just write down, but it's a lot of information to just take in, to process, you know what I'm saying? And, you do this if you like, but I'm not going to do it for you. I can only tell you what this is for and what good of a use this is, what type of benefit, what type of personal benefit it is, not only for yourself, but for your life and for your life purpose, specifically speaking. So with that being said, y'all, this is a big ass whiteboard. It's not the biggest one, because I actually want a bigger one, but this is big enough for now, and it definitely fit all the basic definitions that I need as of right now. I may be missing out like 2 definitions, but we will get into that in a later time. So like I say, part 1, part 2 here on out. So we basically gonna start off, and my phone is dying, so bear with me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put my phone on a charger. I be liking to have my phone upright instead of sideways. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but I mean, if I got to charge my damn phone, I need to invest in a what is that? A phone holder. I'm gonna invest in one of those soon. But as of right now, just bear with me. I'm gonna turn this phone sideways. Look at this crazy mess. And we're gonna roll with it like that as of thus far. I'm gonna scoot this a little bit further back so we can see what we're working with. I mean, why not? I was supposed to put this up on the wall, but I ain't gonna lie, I haven't gotten to that yet. obviously. So we have basic definitions, and I will be saving this video to my YouTube, because that's where all my definitions are going, of course. And y'all can, you know, politely jot this down if you like. I know the shit may look backwards since, you know, my phone. I've been, you know, doing my best to like turn my camera around, flip it so it won't look backwards on camera. But not that I haven't gotten to it yet, but I don't even know how to do that. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie, so I will not lie. So, and I'm not turning my back to y'all. I'm just pretty much here reading. I really wish I could just turn my camera around, but at the same time, this is motherfucking Instagram Live. I'm recording this off. I'm gonna see by recording it on my phone camera for part 2. But definitely when I add this video to my YouTube page, you can definitely make sure you have a notebook and a pen or a pencil, whatever you use to write with. Make sure you have that, because even if it doesn't feel like it's intriguing or interesting right now, once we get into once we get into other information that's still with this, definitely you will love it. Because this helps you, it helps you find out about your life purpose. It helps you about your heart desires. It helps you to find out your destiny, your fate. It helps you to find out the age you're fully mature, or at least that roundabout age. It'll help you find out when you will possibly die or pass, you know, transition, you know, and that's even a roundabout age as well. And that's another thing too I want to just throw out, because even when numbers tend to lie, but the stars don't lie. The stars always line up, you know, based off of your karma. And karma is both good and bad. I know when people hear the word karma, they fucking get the heebie-jeebies and, you know, this and that, and they be scared, they be ready to run away. But karma is both good and bad. It's just the energy you put out into the universe. And whatever you put out, you will and shall get back. Just like whatever is out there, you're going to receive it, whether you open to it or not. So with that being said, let me just jump right into this. And instead of me just reading off the board here, I am going to, and I'm going to just turn the camera around later. So that way when I add this video to my YouTube channel, y'all can just pause the video. You can screenshot the board. You can write down, jot down. Like I said, if I'm moving too fast, you have that power to pause the video if you like. But you also have that power to just move the fuck on if this ain't what you want to do. Right? Right. Whatever it is, that's your business. That's between you and God. Okay, so like I said, this is a personality decoder, or AKA a numerology decoder. Some people like to call it your life path decoder. Some people like to call it, you know, it's just numerous of things you can call it, but it still has a lot to do with your personality, your energies, and it has a lot to do with your purpose in life, your main mission in life. Okay, so with that being said, I do have the basic definitions here, so I'll just start reading from my book. We're going to start off with numerology. And numerology just speaks on the study of numbers and their symbolism. And as you know, just like our word usage, we have to carefully consider our words, be very mindful of our words. That's the same thing of the numbers as well. Now, although you can always take words back and put out others, you know, or change up your whole word usage, however you know, call it necessary, deem that necessary. It's the opposite with numbers. Now, I understand, you know, we human beings, you know, we tend to make mistakes. So it's okay if, you know, once we get further into this journey, this specific journey, if you're doing an equation and your answer come out wrong. You might was moving too fast, overthinking, or you might was moving too slow, underthinking, not thinking enough. So it's okay. But once you get that right answer, you will definitely know based off of the meaning of the numbers. And the meaning of the numbers is basically the symbolism. The symbolism is basically the characteristic. The characteristics all are basically the energies of the numbers. All of that is one energy, but it's just cut up into different words, different usages, So, like I say, numerology is the study of numbers and their symbolism. Next, we have phatic numbers. And phatic numbers are also, phatic talks about your destiny. Destiny also talks about your fate. Okay. Or your fortune. It's still all the same thing, just different words. Phatic numbers, they all are single digit numbers ranging from 1 to 9. Actually, never forget the 0, but I mean, with some people, they tend to throw away, dispense the number 0 because they're undermining its power. But the power that number 0 has is more powerful than all of them. Forget most. It's most powerful than all of them because, and it's not just the way I even think about it or look at it. It has a lot to do with just its energy alone, because the way I think about it, personally speaking, is the number 0 I think of the number 0 as like a womb, as a hole, as a black hole. For some, yes, a black hole is as specific as possible, as thorough as possible for, a basic word or a powerful word, but as simple as possible. And I look at the number 0 like a black hole simply because it spits out all the numbers, and it can also swallow all the numbers whole, because numbers are simple energy. That's where the number 1 through whatever the case may be, numbers come from, because numbers run off into the infinite. Numbers run until past even. They run past billions and trillions and gazillions, and little kids, you growing up, you saying all these words just because they sound like and they rhyme, but really and truly numbers really do go past that. Numbers are so infinite. You can come with any type of number with however many put together, and that's just the value it holds. That's the weight, that's the energy it holds. Okay. More so speaking, phatic numbers is when a larger number sums to a single number, and then the phatic number of that vibration is the final total. So basically what that is speaking is, if you were to put out an example of a phatic number, is say you have the equation 7 plus 8. 7 plus 8 equals 15. So with that being said, you would take 15 and you would even break 15 down. So to separate 15, you have 1 and 5. And then you would add 1 and 5 together and you would get 6. So it's just a complete breakdown of each sum you would get. And the final total, which is 6, 1 and 5 is 6. That is the final total, which is the phatic number. To go into more specifics, the number 6 holds the energy or holds the weight or the characteristic or the symbolism of denoting great spiritual leaders and leadership. It also talks about prophets and having a prophetic purpose, to draw the world together and to create harmony. Because if you go into even more depths about it, number 6, to break down 6 and a half, you got 3 and 3. So with that being said, if you have 3 energies here, 3 energies here, that's 6 energies put together. 2 halves make a whole. And if you would halfen it up, 3 and 3, you got feminine energy 3, and you have masculine energy 3. So 3 and 3 put together is 6. To break down 6, 3 and 3, masculine, feminine. That's why it's creating harmony and it's creating balance. But also 6 is a very feminine number, grounding number. It's a balanced number. Even number 2. To break down 2 evenly, you got 1 and 1. To break down 4, you got 2 and 2. And so on and so forth. 10, you got 5 and 5. Basically, and with that being said, you would just take that final sum of whatever number you would get. In this case, in this example case, we got 6. But everybody's phatic number is different, or will turn out different. You would just go by the fates or the destiny. And so the definition of the number 6 is, like I say, denoting great spiritual leaders, having a prophetic purpose to draw the world together and create harmony. That's your fate in life. That's your destiny. And they break down these numbers and they call them specifics, specific this and specific that. Okay, carrying on. Next we have karmic numbers. Karmic numbers all consist of 13, 14, 16, and 19. So with that being said, all 4 of those numbers are karmic numbers. Karmic numbers all basically consist of or mean they have special characteristics to discrete from their phatic numbers and the digits that make them up. So, of course, so if you have an example like 7 plus 6, you come up with 13. So if you come up with 13, of course, in the personality decoder period, you will still need to break down the number 13. We on karmic, so I'm gonna just put K, okay? I don't know if y'all can see this real good. I apologize if you could or if you can't. But work with me, y'all. Work with me. I know. And I want you to see. So, we'll do that. We'll do that. So, like I said, since we're dealing with the karmic number right now, since we're dealing with the karmic numbers, I gave y'all an example of 7 plus 6. And don't mind my fucked up writing. I'm writing from the side. I'm not writing, straightforward or having a thing laying down. So forgive me. 7 and 6, we get 13. Now, when it comes to your whole personality decoder, when you are doing this to come up with all your different sums, totals, and values, final totals, you would make sure that you would literally circle it, so you will know that it is a karmic number. Okay? But you will still continue to break it down. Okay? And you still going to continue to break it down because you're not at the final ending. You're not at the ending course. You're not at the end with number 13. You still got one more bridge to go, or you still got one more hurdle or one more challenge to go before you can legitimately get to number 4. But I said circulate it, in which you should, because you need to note. You still need to note it because of the energy that it has. Now, since we are talking about karmic numbers, in which they all consist of 13, 14, 16, and 19, you still need to become aware of it by taking a note of it, because that energy is the energy that it holds. And karmic numbers, all the energy basically means is simply speaking of it's like a challenge. It's like something you may need to heal from, something you may need to learn about, something you may need to go through to be able to come out before you can legitimately get to your last stop, your final decision, your final situation, your final situation, whatever the case may be. Okay. Excuse me. And you always need to, even with karmic numbers, I said break it down because even in the definition, it says you still have to break down to be able to come to a phatic number, which is numbers 1 through 9. And number 4 is obviously in the middle of 1 through 9. So with that being said, we're going to move on forward. We have master numbers. Master numbers are all doubled, or like they call it, double digit numbers. I mean, it's a double digit, but it's like, okay, let me not fuck up my own self and fuck up my own words. It's basically all double, okay? Numbers ranging from 11 to 99. And they basically possess characteristics that are entirely different from either the single digit phatic numbers. I'm gonna take out either because with just me saying that out loud, that make you think like you got another choice and decision. When like really nah, you don't. That's the only one that's sitting that's out. So with that being said, your master numbers would consist of 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99, and that's it and that's all. But when it comes to your personality decoder, once again, you will only pretty much just be using angel numbers 11, 22, and rarely get to 33. Now, anything else after that, it's a no-go. You would definitely have to break it down. It would still be a master number, but you need to break it down because any further than 22 or possibly or rarely 33, you're going too far. You're taking it too far in the terms or in the eyes of your personality decoder. We also have compound numbers. I just want to, hold it like that so y'all can, be with me. You have compound numbers. Y'all forgive me for having my damn camera in my hand and this bitch shaking. Whatever. Compound numbers are any numbers ranging from 10 to 98. And they are neither karmic. They aren't karmic and they pretty much aren't phatic. Okay, they're just regular numbers put together. 1 and 0, which is 10. 9 and 8, which is 98. Any numbers ranging from 10 and 98 are just numbers put together. Basically compound, like compound words you put together. A word like furthermore. Further and more, that's a compound word which you put it together. More so, more and so is a compound word once you put it together. Because that's not a compound word. I'm overthinking it. But anyway, to carry on, you also have non-master numbers. And non-master numbers are just usually defined via a combination of their individual digits, and the individual digits is basically your phatic numbers. But I also added emphatic numbers. And they don't possess special individual characteristics. So they just, not to say really pretty much random numbers put together or made up, but it's not a master number, so it really pretty much don't hold any weight. I mean, I know y'all be liking to ask Google and tap into this and tap into that. You can do that. You have that will. So go right ahead. If you find something, share it with me. Hell, why the fuck not? All right, so like I was telling you, with the master numbers here, I put extra information at the bottom. It says if there is a master number which is consistent of 11, 22, and 33, it should not be reduced. Never reduce a master number. Leave it the way it is. Leave it the way you found it, and keep going. If you come into a range where you got an example, okay, as an example, you got an equation like 8 plus 3. That's going to automatically come to 11. You can't break down 11 and make 2. It's a master number. Master numbers stay that way for a reason. It's a definite reason. I ain't going to tell y'all that just yet. I'm not going to dig that deep into it just yet. I just wanted to touch surface level with y'all with this top-notch information. So when we actually get into the equations, y'all already know what to do and how to do it. And when to do what. To carry on, at the bottom here, and I'm still, flip the camera around and hold it here for a second, so just in case if y'all want to come through and screenshot it, like I say, jot it down on y'all notepad, pen, whatever the case may be. Y'all have that freedom, y'all have that will. But in the meantime, between time, while I'm reading these last two, notes, I'm gonna be camera shaking and shit, so forgive me, like I say. In continuation, we have if there is a karmic number, basically your karmic numbers are all your debts, numerically speaking, but also cosmically speaking. True enough. If there is a karmic debt number, 13, 14, 16, and 19, which are pretty much your karmic numbers, it's still a debt. I just didn't add the word debt here. But it's still a debt. So don't undermine that. If there's a karmic debt number 13, 14, 16, and 19, it may be reduced. Just like we had in the example for getting to, I did 7 plus 6, and of course you got 13. It may be reduced all the way into 4, which was that example. But the energy should be noted, because when you note that that is a karmic number, or you at least circulate it, or use a different color, whatever, so it pop out at your eye for future reference, for your own personal benefit, for yourself, you can literally go into what that number means. But not only what that number means, we'll also get into all these other equations as well, to, like I say, you learn about your life purpose and this and that, carrying on. You will begin to understand, well, why is my life purpose 13, or why is my soul urge number 13 or 14 or 16 or 19, why has this number come to this? And it's all karmic energies, because it's simply saying you need to learn from this. This is a cycle you need to go through. Some of us, we may need to go through numerous of the same cycles, because some of us are just hard-headed. Some of us don't learn the first time, the second time, or even the third time. And that's okay. We are human beings. So ain't no judgment. Can't nobody judge. But, people tend to judge because, they got their nose turned up and they looking at you and they look, baby, look, we all sinners, okay? We all did something wrong in life, whether we knew it or not, whether we forgave ourselves or not. We all did something wrong and sinister in life. Everybody, including the babies fresh out the wombs. I'm not going to lie to you. But it's just something you have to go through in order to come out of that cycle. Some of us have to learn the hard way. Some of us was told that since growing up. But that's okay though. That's just the way we learn. We hard-headed, some of us. Some of us, we easygoing. We can get it the first time. You ain't got to go back no more times. And, and that's okay. Everybody is different. Everybody is different. Last but not least, we have here, I just want to make sure y'all see it too so we can all be on the same page. At the bottom, it says a karmic debt number is especially strong if found in the life path, the soul urge, or the expression number. And I have or and because sometimes your life path and your expression number may come out to be a karmic number. Sometimes your soul urge and your expression number may come out to be the karmic number. Sometimes your soul urge and your life path may come out to be a karmic number. Everybody is different, and that's okay. So with that being said, you just need to know that it is strong. It's very much strong, like it's stronger than most, because your life path is your purpose in life. That's the path you need to go about. And if you're not going about it now, you will definitely be forced to go into it or go about it in the future. Also, your soul urge is strong. Your karmic debt would be strong in your soul urge number because sometimes us as human beings, we can be so stuck in this physical realm, planet Earth, in this 3D, to where we forget about other ways and other livings and other insights and consciousness of life, generally speaking. And your soul desires, which is your soul urge, your soul desires, your heart desires is all the same thing. It's basically speaking out on what you desire in life. That's why they say allow your heart to lead you. That's why they say things like follow your heart, listen to your heart, because that's what your heart wants. And the heart wants what it wants. Some of y'all heart want your ex, and your heart don't want to let go of your ex. That's not a connection, it's an attachment. You may just get a karmic number in there because you need to learn something. You may need to get your ass beat up and beat down by life or by God himself until you learn and realize, okay, I need to move on. But that was just a hot ass example fresh off the dome. You feel me? Everybody's soul desire, heart desire is all the same difference. It's all a different thing. And last but not least, your expression number is the way you would express yourself. For those of you who have tapped into your astrology chart, your natal chart, your birth chart, before I even get into what I'm saying, I'm gonna tell y'all, you know how fresh out the womb we get a birth certificate and we get a Social Security card? We automatically getting stamped in the system with binary numbers. So we already living in the matrix. We have arrived into the matrix. That's why they just straight up give us both of those certificates or certifications, because that's the number we have in line in life, or that's, the route we got to go, or how we got to escape the system, or whatever the case may be. Everybody look at it different. So with that being said, just like you have a Social Security card, that's basically your natal chart as well. So your birth card, birth certificate, you have a birth chart, natal chart. It's all the same thing, but one is based off of the 3D and the other is based off of the stars, the cosmos, the universal law. And with that being said, if those of you who have tapped into your natal chart, your birth chart, and you know about these different planets, and including your sun and your moon and your rising, and things like your Venus and your Mars and your Mercury and your Lilith and so on and so forth, your expression number circulates around your Mercury sign. As I know of, as of this far, your expression number circulates around your Mercury sign, because it's all about how you express yourself, even if it's expressing yourself to yourself. Either way it goes, internally or externally, it's all about how you express yourself. Whatever your expression number come out to be, I'm sure you can connect that to your Mercury sign. Some type, way, shape, form, or fashion, but I haven't gotten that far with my spirituality yet. I'm just teaching y'all what I know, and I'm getting further as I'm going, because I'm pretty much everywhere. I'm grounded pretty much everywhere, but I'm ready to level up. So that's why I'm passing this information on to you all before I start that next chapter. That's only if you're willing and wanting to receive it. And those of you who will be and are gravitated towards me, not just for my energy and for my knowledge, but because we can relate and relay information, you're a part of my tribe. Hey, family. How you doing, king or queen? Those of you, yeah, I'm talking to y'all. We talking to each other. We connecting, okay? We soulfully connect. We spiritually connect. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We are cosmically brother and sister. Yeah. Anyway, not to get off the topic, but your expression number has a lot to do with how you express yourself. Now, like I say, as of you, those of you who already tapped into your natal chart and went into your Mercury, whatever your Mercury sign is, that's how you express yourself as well. But expression circulates around how you think, whether for yourself or for others, how you talk, how you communicate, your mindset, and it can even go into how you see your own thoughts, or how you even see other people think. It just goes into, that vision as well. But it's based off of the throat chakra, from your mouth on out. Because you expressing it, you spitting it out, you communicating it, you talking about it, Feel me? So with that being said, I'm going to leave y'all with this information, and I will definitely come back with a part 2 very much soon. The part 2 will talk pretty much about, we're going to go straight into the Pythagorean alphabets. After that, we'll go into the soul urge, and all of these different things will be consistent of how you find out, truthfully who you are, just who you are. Not going into the further talking about your life path and purpose just yet. We're just going to start about you. Start with you. So like I say, Pythagorean alphabet, and your soul urge, and your personality, your expression, and that'll be pretty much the next part, or part 2. And then I'm going to do a part 3 after that, which goes all the way into your life path equations and things of that such. So I love you all. I hope you all share this information as of this far. If you could, if you will, if you want to, share this information with some loved ones. Take this information in for yourself. Let it marinate, let it set in. Think about it, think on it, because this is definitely something useful and very beneficial for yourself and also for others. So I love you all. Like I said, my beautiful kings and queens, y'all stay blessed, stay highly favored, and we'll get into it next time. We'll see each other next time, my babies. Peace out now.